going to kick off episode 2 here with a search for these stupid slowpokes that have been trained to be extremely fast. It's just not even right seeing slowpoke move so fast. Look at them go, running down that. Meow. So right here we have the lady who can redo your bike, which is really cool. So we're going to come back to that later once I finish fighting all the slowpokes over here. But yeah, you can actually, instead of just changing your outfit, you can actually change the bike. And it adds, the trail and everything, so that's pretty cool. So here comes the first slowpoke. So I went ahead and changed up my team, thinking, oh, they have dynamic scaling. Okay, maybe in the next battle it'll work, and will be, scaled to me, and I'll just to see how it works. As you can see, that's not completely true. I went ahead and took around level 30s and one level 50 basically. But no, since I have all the badges and I've beaten the champion and all that stuff, we're level 60. But even with that, it wasn't too hard to take down the slowpoke. They're still just a slowpoke, so it's not too crazy. I went ahead and took out the other 2 slowpokes so that you wouldn't have to see that all. It was just kind of a slow battle. Nothing really interesting happened at them. But we beat all 3 of them, got all of Clara's clothes back. And here we are now. I just finished remodeling my bike. So here's what we look like now. And let's go tell Mr. Mustard Seed that we got our uniform back for Clara. And so, of course, we give back the outfit to Clara, and she's not completely happy about it, but it's a little pain in the butt here. We passed the first trial, so that's good. And now Mustard's going to tell them all that they all suck, and that I'm the best because they didn't do shit. But, of course, Mustard is a nice guy, so he lets them all pass on to the second trial, even though I did all the work. I like the little kid here. He's just so sad because he's like, I still didn't do anything. I never caught up. This poor kid. Can't even catch up to a slowpoke. Alright, but here's the cool part. We get to actually finally choose our Gigantamaxing Gen 1 starter. Of course, we already have Charmander, so that's not even an option. It's just Bulbasaur and Squirtle here. I always choose Bulbasaur whenever I start, a red or blue or any first-gen game or game with first-gen starters in them. Bulbasaur is my boy. So, of course, you know who I'm going to pick here. Of course, we're going to go with Bulbasaur. Of course, we want to take Bulbasaur. You don't need to double ask me that. Yes. Better be happy. It's gonna be like my 5th Bulbasaur because I already bred a ton earlier. But you know what? That's fine. Nothing wrong with having too many Bulbasaurs. I don't generally name Pokemon, but I was just thinking, okay, he's gonna Gigantamax in the future, so he's gonna be swole as hell. So we're gonna name him Bulbaswole. This is the kind of names that I make and why I don't really make names that much. So Mustard here is gonna tell us about the Max Soup, which honestly is a really cool, because I was kind of worried whenever they were talking about the ability to Gigantamax your starter Pokemon and all that. I thought it was just gonna be, just the starter Pokemon gets the Gigantamax, and you won't be able to really do anything else with it. That's going to be it. But the Max Soup is actually really cool because, you can use it on literally any Pokemon that has a Gigantamax form. So it's not just, restricted to the ones they give you or the one you started with. You can just go in there and just be like, I want my Pikachu to be the Gigantamax Pikachu. Even though the only way to get one would be if you had Let's Go. Now you can have it. Or the Eevee, same thing. You can get an Eevee Gigantamax from any of your Eevees. You don't have to have the special Let's Go one. So that's pretty cool. you can just give the soup to any Pokemon, and there's no limit to how many times you can use it. You just have to find the mushrooms every time, which is a little bit more of a pain than I would hope, but I mean, the ability to give it to any Pokemon, it kind of balances it out, you know? It's not like, oh, it's a real pain in the ass to find this thing and you can only use it once. No, it's like I can just do this whenever I want. So that was kind of cool. Anywho, Mr. Mustard here gives us is cheating because he's telling us where to find mushrooms. So he just brings us over to the forest, says, don't look in the forest like all the other stupid students that I have. You need to go to that cave, which totally unfair for the other people. But I get where he's coming from because, I mean, we just got to the island. We wouldn't know where to look for them anyways, but to tell us exactly where to find one would be kind of like, damn. And, of course, now that we found some mushrooms here, Clara decides, oh, I want to steal those from you. But we ain't going to give her that shit. She ain't getting away with it that easy. So, of course, we take her out. And I'm not even going to show the battle because it's just not even worth it. And now we took out Clara, and we're evolving into Ivy Swole here. I don't think we're going to change the name, though. Bulbaswole just has too much of a good ring to it. Like, Ivy Swole, it's cool, but not so great. Venus Swole, also, I think I just like Bulbaswole the best. And so now we get back to Mr. Mustard in the dojo. Tell him we got the mushrooms. Gonna make that soup. Right. So let's just listen to him explain what the soup is all about. Honey over here, making the soup. Boom! We can Dynamax now. Nah, just kidding, of course. I feel like they put a lot more jokes, like not necessarily always good jokes, but they put a lot more like intended to be funny moments in the dialogue and like the story for this game, for the expansion. Which, I don't know, I feel like it's nice to see, I suppose, but it's just kind of interesting. It's like, okay, that was supposed to be funny. Kind of funny. And now it's time for the final, last, ultimate, third battle. Trial. We don't know it's a battle. I don't know what you're talking about. I like how we can ask, like, all of the options, like, what? The final? The last? The ultimate? Trial? Like, oh, what the hell is that? And then, of course, we got Clara basically just repeating what he says. So it's the last trial? No, shit. We finished 2 trials here, so I think I'm just going to end it after Mr. Mustard tells us about the next trial. I think I'm going to save the 3rd trial for the last episode. I mean, the next episode. It's not the last episode, because then we still have to go through Cub Fu, but this will be the last kind of meaty part of the story. So, yeah, let's just let Mr. Mustard tell us about the last trial here, which absolutely is the last trial, and I don't know why we need to specify it here, because, Clara, you just don't understand what last, final, ultimate means. But he's going to tell us about the last trial, and we are going to head out for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, I guess, you know. Never said that on the last episode, but I guess that's something you have to do here on YouTube, isn't it? So, yeah. See you later. Have a good day.